Hey friends, Powwow guy Rob Phoenix here. Just popping in to say hi. Beautiful day here in South Central Pennsylvania. I think it got up to about 80 degrees, 78 degrees right now. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, Fantastic day. Bill and I were outside working all day. We did some planting and such with. It was a good day. So after we kind of uh called it a day on that, I decided to take a quick stroll just up the hill behind me and just walk around a little bit and see um, what medicine is growing. So I found four interesting things that I found a couple others that I couldn't identify. So I set them aside. I'll look into them a little bit more, but they might just be common weeds that don't have any properties, which although that's actually kind of rare. So I picked four things that kind of grow as weeds, but it's interesting because they're really, really useful medicinally. Um, the first one I want is called sticky weed or sticky willy. This plant looks strange, but it has this like property where it all kind of sticks together and you can feel it. Like if you rub down it, it has these little tiny spiky little bits on it. It doesn't hurt you, but it definitely feels like sticky. Um, Medicinally, this is really good for urinary tract infections. Um, that's one of the uses for it. It's antiseptic, of course, um, but it also can be used like mashed up as a poultice to put on your skin to clear out the like an antibacterial. Um, but yeah, soaking this like infusing a water with this or making it into an infusion, like a hot infusion uh to drink can help clear out like infections in your body. Also it can be sprigs of this can be placed into summer cocktails to add over time it adds sort of a mint type flavor to it. So yeah, that's called sticky weed, sticky well. There's a whole bunch of names for it. And you'll know it when you touch it. It's just an interesting plant. Another one that grows pretty much all over the earth as a weed is called field mustard or wild mustard. Looks like this, has these little teeny tiny pods on it. You can actually make mustard out of these little seeds, mix a little vinegar, or you can saute literally every bit of this plant is edible. You can saute this with a little olive oil and some garlic, and it's delicious. Um, these are also very antiseptic. So you can eat these. The main benefit of these is that they are so nutrient dense. They give you tons of vitamins, tons of minerals, iron, magnesium, and such. So these are really good, especially for people who are prone to anemic conditions. Just adding this to your diet, you can eat them as is, toss it in a salad and eat them. Has a real slight peppery taste. Um, they're very nutrient dense, extremely healthy. And finally, comfrey. I love comfrey. I talk about it all the time, every spring. Uh, I have a bunch of comfrey growing here on our property. Um, the beauty of comfrey is that it grows to these huge leaves. And then once it starts getting stalks with flowers, then it's time to harvest the leaves and use them. And you can literally do that three, maybe four times a year on the same plant. Once you chop it all the way down to the ground, it's going to start coming back right away. And yeah, you'll get three, potentially four good harvests of comfrey leaves. One cool thing I learned from a friend is that you can actually take the comfrey leaves when they're fresh, don't dry them out, and freeze them. And then as you need them, you can just take them out of the freezer. They thaw very quickly. Comfrey is good as a poultice. Another name for comfrey is bone set, because it has some sort of property in here where it turned into a poultice. If you have a fracture or a break, you can make a poultice, and this kind of soaks it in this chemical that's in there kind of soaks in and helps stitch the bone back together faster. Don't use that by itself. Certainly go to the doctor if you think you fractured or broken a bone, but you can also do this in conjunction with that. And as with most of the plants that I talk about and use, they also have antiseptic and antibacterial properties to be made into a poultice for like wounds and such. Another thing I forgot to mention is purple dead nettle. Purple dead nettle uh, uh, is good. It does have antiseptic properties, antibacterial properties, but it's also as a poultice will help reduce inflammation. So this is a good one too. Purple dead nettle, you can actually even make a face wash for this. It's good for psoriasis, any kind of skin conditions. So this is really a topical plant. Again, it grows like a weed everywhere, so don't discard it. If you see it, that's free medicine right there. So when you're making poultices, you want them to be fresh. You don't want to dry them out. So just pick it as you need it, mash it all up with a little bit of water and put that on directly onto the skin. Very useful. So take a little walk around your neighborhood. That's the life of a powwower. We work with what nature has given us. We have, just the hills and the natural areas around us, just around our property and on my property is like it's a pharmacy, but it's free. So yeah, take a look around your neighborhood, walk around, find some stuff. I think you'll be really happy with what you find, and then get to know like where you can find these things. So if you do need them, you can just run up the hill quick and grab what you need, or like me, tell my son, hey, run over and get me some of that purple dead nettle quick. That's just being a natural healer, using what God has gifted us and, to better our health and to help those around us. So that's all I have to say for today. Hope you all have a great day. I hope the weekend was good for you. Have a nice week, and we will talk again soon.